let's talk about this movie that was really something when we opened, you know, because the political things and everything. Can explain a little bit, okay?
Okay, how this movie was born. A friend of mine was Jean-Pierre Rassam, a great producer, and he was associated to a television series that was doing portraits of heads of state. And he said to me, do you want to do a head of state? And I said, oh, there's only one. For me, it's the caricature of all of them. Idi Amin Dada. I want to know more about him. I'll be delighted to do that. But if we do that, and if I succeed, if I don't succeed, then it will be just a television 50 minutes. But if I succeed and there is a movie, then you let me have it as a movie, and you show it on television later. And then 1 week after that conversation, I was in the middle of Uganda with Nestor Almendros and a sound man, and we were starting the movie. And actually, Nestor Almendros had a lot of trouble because he didn't even have an assistant. He had to reload the camera himself. And so when I met His Excellency, I will address to him like this, His Excellency Amin Dada, I asked him, I said, you know, you have to tell us what you want because I want this movie to be a self-portrait. And so it was like the French television wanted him to decide himself what is good propaganda for himself. So that's how the track of this movie was laid. And so he was delighted, and we told him, he started saying, oh, I want you to show some factories. And I said, I'll show anything you want, as long as you come and show us and explain us why it is important. Then we will do everything. And so then he was deciding, very often he was deciding what to film, which day. And so that's why he felt comfortable. And at one point you will see he's organizing a whole scene of cinema. I mean, he's really directing the movie. I was encouraging to direct the movie. And so you'll see it's a strange mixture of a very comical movie and a terror movie at the same time. So you have both comic and terror in a documentary. I actually saw it the last time with the angle of terror, and I was totally terrorized.
And what was the reaction of General Idi Amin Dada after the film was?
Well, he saw the television version, and then he didn't understand why they kept telling him that people were laughing at the movie. So then he managed to find out what was the movie, and so he had a real detailed description, and he said, I want this and this and this to be cut out of the movie. And I said, no, and according to the French copyright law, nothing could force me to cut. So he took all the French citizens and he put them in a hotel, and he said, okay, he gave them my number, so they were calling me in the middle of the night, said, please do something, we're trapped in this hotel, the military are surrounding the hotel. And so I did the cuts, and then I put them back in the movie. Now you're going to see the version, how it was before the cuts. It was only 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I mean, it was, this movie for somebody who was living in Uganda at the time and was watching television every night has absolutely nothing extraordinary. So he couldn't understand the power of those images and the caricature that he was giving of himself. Okay.
Thank you very much. Muito obrigado.